Okay, y'all. Let me make sure there's some sound. Okay. Wait, whoa, what's the deal? That's it? Okay. Whatever. Um, so I'm gonna need the men to explain this to me. And if ladies, you got brothers and please, I'll take hints from everybody. Or ideas, I should say. So I understand having a certain type that you're attracted to. I get that. I also get that that's a bad idea. In a lot of cases, that's a bad idea because if it wasn't a bad idea, you would be with the person who is your quotation marks type. The person who's good for you may not be anywhere near your type. So when you kind of typecast a guy or a girl, you typecast them, they have to look like this, and you kind of screw yourself because everything that's for you doesn't come the way you think it should be, and it doesn't come in the package you think it should come in. Okay? And I know somebody who's strung out on this chick who is very much a control freak, very quiet with it, but very much quietly in control. She don't scream, she don't yell, she don't stomp her foot, but she quietly does what she wants regardless of what you think about it, okay? She's involved with a couple of men. She's sleeping with both of them. There might be more men than that. I don't know. And this particular person that I know he knows that she's a tease. He knows that she's addicted to men showing her attention. She's addicted to that. And so what does he do? He decides to be a groupie of her. She's, like I said before, she's petite, she's blonde, she has blue eyes, and that is his quotation marks type. He is literally addicted to her. If he's got something in the oven and she calls, the house is probably going to burn down because she is the most important thing in his world. She's flashed her tits in front of him. She teases and makes all kinds of comments, like referring to the first letter of his name. I heard that people with that letter in the beginning of their name, they're freaks. Okay, so she's dropping hints and all this other stupidness. Well, they go on these trips all the time. There's no sex involved. And there's a strong possibility, and I'm not being funny and I'm not being mean, but there's a strong possibility he couldn't do anything anyway because he's got some serious cardiac issues. And your penis, if you are a man, and your inability to perform, to sustain an erection, that can be indicative of cardiac problems, blood flow problems. Okay. Dr. Oz mentioned that before. He said the penis is a barometer to tell if there's something wrong with your heart or not. Okay. So you can't say he's whooped physically whooped because they've never done anything, but they have gone on trips. They have spent the night in, obviously separate beds or whatever. There's no holding hands. There's no kissing. There's no nothing, but he is strung out and getting worse and worse and worse. Every guy that she gets involved with gets strung out on her bad. And the fact that she's not going goo goo gaga over them just because she humped them makes guys get worse. Now the guy's acting like a girl. Is she going to call? Is she going to call? Is she going to text? I texted several times. I haven't heard anything. What's going on? What's going on? So she role reverses. She's the guy. And the guys are the girl, the strung out chickie. And I say that being funny because obviously chicks are birds, but you know what I'm saying. So if any of you men out there, and he's getting worse and worse and worse and worse with addicted. I mean, he strung the freaking hell out. I don't know if blonde people just can make a guy just pass out just because she has blonde hair and blue eyes and she's petite, and men just go weak in the knees just because of how she looks alone. I don't know what the hell it is. So if any of y'all have an idea, and he's getting worse, she's going overseas because she could live there for a couple months. And I said when she leaves, it's not gonna hit you very well. I don't know if you're gonna be able to function. And ever since he's been strung out on her, he's been forgetful. He loses his wallet like almost every day. Almost every fucking day. He just got a new driver's license. He lost his wallet again. Bought a brand new wallet. Got rid of the raggedy wallet when he finally found it. Every time, I'm just going to keep it real. He don't want to admit this, but I don't care what he wants to admit. Every time he starts talking to her, his brain quits working. His brain quits working. He loses, he's forgetful anyway, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's got early stages dementia. I'm not being funny, I'm dead serious. But when he talks to her, oh fuck. Wow. Pardon me, I'm stuffing my face with donut holes. Now y'all know why I'm so sweet. Hey, watch it. I know y'all gonna say something crazy. Watch it. You're walking on thin ice. Anyway, yeah, y'all got any ideas of why? The can't concentrate thing is getting worse. You could give him something today, and he'll lose it today. You give him another one. He lost his debit card from the bank 50 billion times. I said they're going to start getting suspicious with you needing a new card every other day. Okay. I have never in my life. His daughter told me that, oh, he always gets like that. When he sees a petite blonde, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And he knows that he's acting like a groupie. He knows that she's a tease. He knows that she flirts with guys right in front of his face. One guy's a stalker. He don't have a job. And I told you before, he doesn't have a job. He lives in his mommy's basement. This man is, I don't know if he's in his 50s. He shows up at her job all the time. He don't have nothing going for himself. And she loves guys like that. She think that's hot. Oh, you don't have any education and you don't have a career and you live in mommy's basement? Oh my God. I just got a chill down my spine. That's how she acts. And it's dysfunction on every level. I don't know if she has a savior complex. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I know that I've never seen a guy do this. Now, don't get me wrong. I talked to a guy on a dating site years and years ago when I was dumb and didn't know that you shouldn't be on there because most of them are losers. And most of them are married. Anyway, moving right along, because I'm going to keep it real up in here. I talked to one guy, and his family persuaded him to put what do you call this? A profile on a dating site, okay? Well, the problem is, like everybody on a dating site, except for 1%, he's not available for dating regardless of having a profile. He's strung out on his ex-girlfriend to the point where his family was like, look here. You're going to have to move on. That's what you need to move on. This is ridiculous now. You got to move on. So to shut their mouth, he put a profile on there so he could brag and say, what are you talking about? I'm on a dating site. What are you talking about? But he can't stop talking about her. And the thing of it is, you remember only the good about this person. And that's all well and good. However, my darling, if it was that wonderful, you would still be with that person. You're putting them on a pedestal, girl or guy, it don't matter. You're putting them on a pedestal. And you get all blushy when you remember all the great moments you all had and all the trips you went on and kissing under the moonlight and holding hands on the beach and all this other. But something broke you up. Do not forget that part. Something broke y'all up. You're in the past glow of what used to be, which is no longer, but you still stuck there. Oh my God, this person was the best. I can't stop thinking about this person. Are you freaking kidding me? If it was that much, first of all, any relationship that you floating on the clouds all the time, that's not a real relationship. Real relationships have real things that happen. Bad things happen, great things happen, terrible things happen. You know, you may find out the person was in a car accident and they went to the hospital, they got released, but they didn't tell you till after and you're stressed out because why didn't you tell me? You don't trust me? Why didn't you tell me? I would have dropped everything to be by your side at the hospital. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? You robbed me of the opportunity to be by your side. You know what I mean? Like, relationships are not, we kissy every 5 minutes and hold hands and we have stars in our eyes. That's freaking ridiculous. But when you break up with this person or they break up with you, or and in some cases the person's done horrific things to you, but you still stuck in, oh, it was so great and I will never get over them and it was just so beautiful. What is wrong with you? Baby, what's wrong with you? It wasn't that great, or else you'd still be together. You forgetting the fights that you had. You're forgetting when she got you arrested. Yes, I talked to a guy who strung out on his ex, and she had gotten him arrested before. She lied and said she was pregnant when she wasn't. And he's so strung out on her, he can't stand it. And this person, the original person that I'm talking about, who I asked, can my friend stay at your house for a week? Because of the car situation and everything else, because he was having a major issue with that. And she said, no. And he is still strung out on her. Let me explain something to you. Let me make it crystal freaking clear so there's no foggy weirdness and confusion. If I need your ass, I don't care if you the finest thing that ever walked. If I need your ass and you turn your back on me, you will never hear from me again. Is that clear? You will never hear from me again. Because when the shit hits the fan, you don't want to be involved. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want to be inconvenienced. You only want to be around me or this person or whatever when life is grand. Well, shit, I don't need you then. And you up his face every weekend. You got him spending all these weekends at your goddamn house. He needed to stay for a week and you couldn't handle that. If you need to get stuff so bad, you could have went to these dudes' house. But you don't want to be inconvenienced. Baby, you would never hear from me again. Friend, no friend, somebody I got a crush on, I don't care who you are. Ex-boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend is not necessarily going to be there for you because y'all not together no more. But if y'all are still friends, they should be there for you if you're still friends. Look, I don't know. I'm glad nobody has me strung out like that. I've been strung out like that before in the past when I was younger and dumber and didn't know no better. But when you get older, you realize that you are putting a ton of energy into somebody who ain't thinking about you. And I hate to be rude about it, but I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to put sugar on shit and call it a donut or a cookie. I'm going to keep it real with you. That person ain't thinking about you. They moving on with their life and they're playing you like a fiddle. In this person's case, Blondie's case, she's playing all these guys like a fiddle. She got them all wrapped around her pinky. And he's strung out. I mean, strung out. Pookie on the corner. He needs another hit and he needs another hit bad. So if y'all can explain it, especially dudes, usually it's because you got the booty so good you can't see straight and you speaking regular, fluent Swahili because she done rocked your world that good. That's not the case with these two. That's not the case. They don't hold hands, they don't kiss, they don't do nothing. And he's strung the hell out. Y'all got some answers, let me know. Please enlighten me. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.